It's genuinely a shame that the Iron Giant isn't talked about more often, because it really is a spectacular and deeply moving movie that deserves so much more recognition than it gets. When you think about the story, and especially the giant himself, it's actually quite heartbreaking.
It's bad to kill. Guns kill. And you don't have to be a gun. You are what you choose to be.
Here is this colossal robot, a towering alien presence made of metal, who just crash-landed near a quiet, unsuspecting town. You might expect him to be just a monster or a simple plot device. But the minute you actually start watching his actions, noticing his subtle shifts in behavior, and observing the fundamental choices he makes, you realize he is one of the most profoundly human characters we have ever seen in cinema, even though he's entirely mechanical and from another world. This contrast between his destructive design and his compassionate nature is precisely what gives the film its incredible emotional weight and power. The giant was quite literally engineered for combat and annihilation. His blueprint dictated that he was a weapon, a machine with one singular terrifying objective: total destruction. However, because of the crash, he effectively got a memory wipe, and when the story begins, he is essentially a blank slate. This mind-clearing accident resets him into a massive innocent child. He approaches the world with the pure curiosity of a toddler.
Rock, tree. Get it? That's right!
He learns by touching everything around him, mimicking human expressions, slowly piecing together language, and sticking close to Hogarth Hughes like an immensely curious, bewildered new friend. And speaking of Hogarth, he is the absolute key to the giant's entire transformation. The bond between them isn't just a sweet friendship, it's the crucible that forges the giant's entire identity. Hogarth acts as the giant's moral compass and teacher, instructing him on profound concepts: what it means when something dies, how to respond to fear, what compassion looks like when you extend it to others, and most critically, what it means to possess a soul, or a core of inner goodness.
Don't do that!
Why?
It's dead, understand? They shot it with that gun.
Gun.
Yes, guns kill.
Guns kill.
The central unforgettable lesson, the simple yet devastatingly profound phrase, "You are who you choose to be," becomes the anchor for the giant's entire journey, allowing him to reject his violent programming and embrace his heroic potential. The true genius of the film lies right there, in that wrenching internal battle, the desire to be inherently good pitted against the terrifying automatic machinery he was built to be. The moment he feels threatened or is attacked, that weaponized programming instantly flares up and takes over, causing his eyes to glow red and his body to configure into an arsenal. But the genuinely heartbreaking and powerful aspect is that even as that destructive code is running, he fights it. He actively resists his own nature, screaming internally or physically trying to stop the weapons from firing because he genuinely does not want to revert to the killing machine he once was. It's incredibly telling that his absolute favorite fictional figure is Superman. To the giant, Superman isn't just a character in a comic book, he's the living, breathing blueprint for the kind of being he aspires to become. Superman is the antithesis of a weapon. He protects people, he saves lives without fail, and he always chooses the morally righteous path. For a machine that came into the world without purpose or guidance beyond destruction, Superman provides a moral compass and a heroic role model, something he desperately needed and finally found. The climax of his entire story, and the film's most devastating sequence, centers on his ultimate sacrifice. When that nuclear missile is arcing through the sky, set to obliterate the town and everyone he cares about, the giant is faced with a terrifying final choice. He could surrender to his fear, allowing his self-preservation programming to take over, or he could finally and completely embody the hero he had studied and longed to be. He chooses the latter. In the most perfect, poignant, and tragic moment, just before he intercepts the missile, he whispers his final line,
You are who you choose to be.
Superman.
And that is how the story of this massive sentient weapon ends, a being engineered for war who fought to become good, finally demonstrating a depth of courage and selfless understanding that surpasses almost any human on screen. This movie is profoundly heartbreaking, yes, but it is simultaneously a masterwork of storytelling and hope.